talk about Titan, the jewelry maker who came out with its Q1FY22 update. Now, obviously, it seems like a strong performance coming in, especially given that the low base last year as well, where last year we had seen that April sales were close to zero, actually absolutely zero. May also was muted. Only in June that we had started seeing slight recovery coming in. Now, let's talk about this time sale and demand. So, till the third week of April, the company saw good demand coming in, but obviously, post the third week of April, the sales were hit because of the second wave of the lockdown, and even the stores which actually opened up in May, due to the restrictions, lockdowns which were there, some of the stores had opened up in May. They also had actually reported and posted a muted growth this time around. So May sales were also slightly weak this time around, as it was last year as well. Now, overall, this time the sales recovery they're seeing a recovery coming in, which has been gradual across the businesses for the company, and the company's revenue growth this time has come in at 117% is what the growth we're seeing in Q1 FY22. But let's not forget, obviously, there was a low base last year as well. Now, let's talk about the revenue contribution based on the months. So, in the month of April, we had seen that around 50% of the revenues is coming from the month of April, while in the month of May we are seeing around 10% revenues coming in from month of May and 40% revenues coming in from the month of June. So that is the revenue division between the 3 months of the first quarter as well. Now let's talk about the jewelry division, which is the main division, accounts for around 80% of the revenue. That saw a growth of around 107% on a year-on-year basis, and obviously primarily last year the sales were zero, like I mentioned, so that is also something that is supporting this high growth as well. And even May this time around, the sales were close to nil for the jewelry division in both the years as well. Now, as of now, 90% of the stores are open, and the company has highlighted, this is something that we should watch out for, is that the network expansion plan has gotten delayed due to the lockdown even this time around. So let's watch out for that. The network expansion plans are delayed by Titan as well. Now let's move on to the watches and wearables segment, where the division has seen a growth of 280% on a year-on-year basis, and the company has highlighted that the recovery this year has been much faster than what they witnessed last year after the last lockdown. So this lockdown, we are recovering much faster, at least in this watches and wearable segment. And overall, what they're seeing is, this is a very interesting highlight also coming in, that higher ticket products are doing much better compared to the recovery seen in low price products. So high ticket products are doing well as the recovery in smaller towns was better than the top 8 metros as well. So this time, yes, we had seen smaller towns and cities also being impacted due to the second wave, but here, what Titan's trend is showing, that the recovery in smaller towns also was better than the top 8 metros. So surely these are two trends that are quite interesting, that we should keep an eye out as well. Now, the recovery overall has been good in high-ticket products as well as smaller towns as well as in the e-commerce. Sales in e-commerce channels, especially in the second half of April and May, have been quite strong for the company. So, surely interesting facts and details coming out in the watches and wearables segment. Eyewear segment too has seen a good growth of around 117, Eyewear segment of around 117% on a year-on-year basis as well. And 80% of the stores are open here as well as a similar, they've seen a good recovery again in the eyewear segment as well, faster than what we saw last year. So that is what is coming in from Titan. Strong performance on the back of a low base as well.